Hi, my name's Amy and I am starting my LuLaRoe Journey. And so I've decided to start this my YouTube channel to document everything that happens with my LuLaRoe experience. So far I have signed up with my paperwork, and then I've been on the queue for a really long time, and I finally received my onboarding call, and then my inventory is on its way. And then I'll go ahead and document further along as far as how I'm selling and what I'm doing to sell, and just give tips and trades as I find them and go along to help out anyone who is like me and researched all over the internet to find information. So my story, or my why, as to why I do LuLaRoe, is I'm a wife, a mother, and I'm also a student and aspiring teacher. And I initially signed up with LuLaRoe so that I could pay off student debt, either old student debt or my current school, and then eventually, hopefully, get to the point where I was saving money for my children's college fund. What I've learned in being in the LuLaRoe culture so far is that's why people stick around, is because of the LuLaRoe culture. There is a family that's behind LuLaRoe, and they really want you to succeed, and they give you that power, and they give you that help and good feeling and support to help you succeed, which I think is beneficial for anyone, especially a mother who may need their own identity, or to be doing something to feel like they're supporting their family. I think that it really helps. So that is my why, and that is why I feel like others kind of stay and do it for so long. So I sent in my paperwork, sorry I have notes down here, I sent in my paperwork on February 10th, and to do that I logged into Audrey. Well, I found a sponsor who I was buying LuLaRoe through, and then I talked everything over with her, and so I signed up with Audrey and I got my consultant ID, and then I printed off all of the paperwork, filled everything out. I went to the bank and I got my bank account set up that I wanted everything for LuLaRoe to go through, and I emailed everything over to LuLaRoe. And then I instantly received an email back that said, "Thank you so much, we received it," and so I knew that it was received. And then I waited on the queue, and that was a really long time because I didn't receive my onboarding call until March 23rd. So I know that the queue is now really big. It's so exciting because there's so many people who are signing up, who have felt the LuLaRoe love as the rest of us have, and are signing up to do this. So the queue can be really hard to sit on, and I just found out that my inventory is actually on its way, so that's exciting. So while I was on the queue, what I did was, and this is what I'm hoping will help others, I did a lot of research, and I found different things and made myself a huge grocery list of things that I knew I would have to do before I received my inventory. In doing this, I was able to kind of take up time on the queue and not feel like I was just sitting there waiting. And so some of the things that I did was order hangers, order racks, order business cards, and set up my social media and my email to find out, to have all that stuff set up and ready to go. And then I watched YouTube videos like this one from lots of different consultants to kind of find out tips and trades and different ways to have parties and different ways that we can sell LuLaRoe, so that I could find out the ways that I wanted to. There's a 72-hour plan that you're supposed to follow, and that's fantastic and gives you a guide. However, you need to personalize it for you. So I made that. I made my own 72-hour plan in what I was going to do to achieve my goals. And so I wanted to make sure that I was getting things ready then for the media, the outlets that I would be using to sell. So, you know, if you are planning to sell online more, then you probably want to go with a team that's going to be online. If you're, or at least find consultants to help you so that you can learn more about selling online. And then if you're going to do in-home parties or pop-ups, trunk shows, whatever you may call them, then you want to be with a team that's going to do that so that you are directed and guided through those people. Or again, find consultants that will help you with it, because we're not competitors, we're all family and we help each other out, and that's what's the most important thing that I found. Then the other thing that I did was get to know my product. And knowing my product, I was able to kind of help with my onboarding call, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, but know your product, know each individual thing. So this is the Irma, but there's lots of other shirts. There's a classic tee and the perfect tee, and then there's skirts and dresses and leggings, of course, the buttery soft leggings that everyone falls in love with. So just know all of your products. Once you find out how you're going to sell, and that may be trial and error and you may need to try it out, but I also ordered packaging supplies. I figured out how I wanted to go about shipping, because there's so many different routes that you could take. You have USPS, you have stamps.com, there's tons of other things. There's lots of websites for materials that give it to you really cheap. Packaging materials like the padded envelopes and the tissue paper and packaging tape, and there's so many resources out there to be able to find those. So that was really important in doing all of that research, and just this list alone has you understand like how long I was on the queue and everything that I was doing. So once you get closer, then something that I did was a product highlight on my social media outlets. And so each week I would highlight a different product and I'd do a giveaway. And this helped because then people could tag friends or like my post, and then it gets it up there and gets things moving. You start to get more customers to your pages and those kinds of things. And that's important to get ready so that when you do have your inventory, you're ready to sell. So this whole list is really important so that you have it all ready to go and you're not sitting there looking at your inventory going, now what do I do? You want your inventory there, ready to photograph, because then that's the next thing you need to do. And so you need to be thinking about that. Do I want to do it with my iPhone? Do I want to be doing it with a camera? Do I need a tripod? Do I need lighting? All of that stuff. And so these are all things that you need to be thinking of, because once you get your inventory, you need to take the pictures, or you need to schedule your pop-ups, and you need to be ready to go so that you can sell your inventory and then, get the revenue in that. So one of the reasons why it really helps to know all of your product, besides the fact of you're signing up to retail and you need to know your product, is because when I got my onboarding call, so that's everything I was doing in my queue, and then I got my onboarding call, and lots of times they are out of different things because the LuLaRoe love is everywhere, and so many people love it that they are out of stock of things sometimes. So one of the things that's important to know is what products you could swap for what things when you get into your package. So when I first signed up, there were it was more customized, and then you got some free products, and then by the time I got to the end of the queue, because like I said, it was a while, there were 3 different packages that you could choose from, and it ranges from, $4,000 to $6,000 or $6,500 for product, for the packages. And that's important to know the investment that you're going to give, because that's just for the inventory. Then you need the racks and the hangers and everything that I've talked about, your business cards. If you're going to advertise, you need to think about that as well. So all of these things are an investment that you're going to make. But it was important to know my product so that I could say, oh, the Madison isn't available, so I'm going to replace it with my Azure. So, know the skirts so that I can say, oh, the Madison is a skirt, so I want a different kind of skirt, so this is what I'd like to trade out. Or, oh, the perfect tee wasn't available, so I'm going to switch the perfect tee with a different shirt like the classic or something like that. Know your area. If it's a warm climate, I'm in California, so I don't really have seasons. I'm in Southern California, so anything really sells here, but know your climate to know what's going to sell. So all of these things really help. The support from LuLaRoe is definitely wonderful. All of the consultants above you really help you to be able to guide you. There are conference calls all the time that you can jump onto. There's a Q club now that you can be on, and that really helped me just to feel how the family really cares about you. Even though you're sitting there on the queue, there's things that you can do, but also the love from LuLaRoe is coming. So thank you so much. This is all that I wanted to talk about right now. And then next time, hopefully, I will have my inventory and be showing you how I set everything up and how I organize stuff for the type of parties or boutiques I'm going to have. If you have any questions or you would like to contact me, LuLaRoeAmyPicula@gmail.com. Facebook, you can find me at VIP LuLaRoe Amy Picula, and Instagram and Periscope is LuLaRoe Amy Picula. So very important. I'm definitely going to be doing parties on my Periscope and on my Facebook VIP page. So please look me up, like my channel so that you can follow me and you get a notification when I have a new video up, and feedback. Let me know if this was helpful